Hey everyone, it's Rashida A. Marshall. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If it's your first time, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all that I have planned for you. And for those who are returning for your second, third, fourth video with me, I appreciate it and I hope you enjoy what I have planned for today. So this is going to be a shorter video. I wanted to go through a series that is traditionally done on the reformer in Pilates and showcase how it can be tailored so that you can do a variation of it down on the mat. So this will be short box series on the mat. For those who are familiar with reformer and have done that series before, then you'll know the series or sequence of exercises that we're going to go through. This is one of my favorite series to do on the reformer. I love how it feels as it pertains to core control and core strength as you're moving through it. When I'm done, I feel like I'm, maybe like an inch taller or something. I feel like my posture has been improved. You really get to lengthen out of the hip, and it's such a feel-good series for me. So I really enjoy teaching it and throwing it into my own workouts when I'm doing a flow on the reformer. And so for those who may not be familiar, this is, again, something that you would be able to do down on the mat, of course, with some variations as we'll go through it. But it feels really good. And I think for anyone who is looking to improve their posture, if you've been sitting all day, there's even some things that you can do sitting in a chair, again, tailored slightly so it wouldn't be exactly like what you do, but it'll really help you to feel better once you're done flowing through the movements. So when we're on the reformer, we traditionally will use a dowel that'll be held. It's like a wooden stick, and you'll hold on to that as you're going through the movements. I don't own a dowel yet. I'm gonna get one, but I don't have one. So I like to do the movements holding on to my light weights. You can even do the moves without weights, and for the movements where your arms will be holding up overhead, you can have the palms behind the back of the head as well. So as we're going through, I'll make notes as to different ways that it can be varied. When you're on the reformer, there's also a strap. You'll be sitting on a box typically, and your feet are underneath a strap that'll kind of hold you as you're moving your body and keep you rooted down so that you don't go anywhere as you're going through the moves. For those who have a Pilates mat that has a strap that you're able to place the feet under, that can be really useful. If you don't have that, you can use something like a sandbag that you can rest on the feet, maybe using ankle weights as well to hold the legs down and keep them planted down. And then I've even worked with some clients who, if they don't have any of those things, they may use a heavy weight and kind of hook their toes underneath so that, again, it's something that's keeping their feet rooted down. So those are different ways to vary the movement. And then depending on the strength of the core and how well you're able to maintain stability as you go throughout it, you may be able to do the whole sequence without anything on the legs and just keeping the reach through the heels, or putting a soft bend in your knees and keeping your feet down. So you do have those options, and I'll make sure to kind of speak on it a little more as we're going through it. So we'll go ahead and get started. So again, you have options. Legs can be fully lengthened out on the mat, or you can have a soft bend. I like to put a soft bend in my knees. It just helps me to control the movement a little better. And again, tailoring it, maybe putting something there at the feet, putting on ankle weights, depending on what works best. So to first get started, there's several different parts of the series that you go through. The first one is a rounded spine version of the move. So your arms are rounded around the front of the body, and you want to find a C curve. So you're rounding at the lower back, you're bringing chin to chest, and you want to try not to round and draw the shoulders in like that. So you still want to find that length, but you're curling at the lower back. You're keeping those feet rooted down. Hands stay around the belly. You would take an inhale as you round back. You're not going all the way down onto the mat. You're keeping that chin to chest. And then exhale, use the core to bring you back up. You stay rounded and you keep chin to chest. You keep your rounded spine. And then again for 2, you would inhale, rock back, really make sure the feet stay planted down. And then exhale as you draw yourself up. And then we would take it through one more here. Inhale, round. And then as you exhale, pull yourself back up to center. So that's the first part, or round. The second portion of the move is a straight spine. So this is where you would grab onto your dowel if you had one, or you can hold onto your weights if you have those, or hands behind the back of the head with the elbows wide. So choosing what works best. So you would keep those arms lifted tall, and you want to keep them by the ears. Keep a lift in the spine without shrugging the shoulders. So still keep the shoulders rooted down the back. You will take an inhale, hinge to 45, and then exhale as you deepen and draw yourself back up. Feel as though you're getting taller. I like to instruct maybe finding a diagonal gaze up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, pulling you back up, lengthening through the crown of the head. We'll take one more here. So inhale, hinge, and then exhale as you find that lift, coming right back up to center. On the box, you would traditionally take maybe a slight lean towards the front so you can find that lift, again, keeping those shoulders rooted down. And then we go side to side, which is the third part. So you would inhale, fold up and over, and you're lengthening through the side of the body. You're keeping the hip rooted down. So inhale over to one side, exhale draws you back to center, and then opposite direction. Inhale up and over as you take a nice fold, and then exhale back to center. Again for two. Inhale, you're reaching up out of the hip. I like to say to the high diagonal as you're going through the move. Exhale back. And then again for two. Inhale up to the left. And then back to center. We would do one more each side. So for three, inhale, fold. And then we lift. And then last one, inhale up as you reach. And then exhale back to center. Now we keep those feet planted down. And then you want to go ahead and take a rotation. So you're taking a twist. Inhale as you lift the rib cage off the pelvis. You're taking a rotation to the side. And then exhale draws you back. And then you go over to the other side. Inhale as you twist, you're lifting tall as you take that twist to the side and then back. Again for two, inhale, rotate, and exhale back. And then again, inhale, twist, and then back to center. So let's take one more for each. Again, you're really lifting. Again, opposite hip is staying rooted down on the mat as you take that twist. Last one, inhale, grow taller. And then exhale back to center. So with that one, you can just take the twist. You can also add a variation to it here, which is a more advanced movement, which you would twist and reach. So you would take a rotation and then hinge, and you're still staying tall. And then exhale brings you all the way back up into center. And then you would do the same thing to the other side. Inhale as you twist and hinge, you're reaching. Exhale back up. And then we bring the arms down. So typically you would either do just the twist, left to right without the reach. And then for those who feel more comfortable adding that next portion in, you would twist, bring it over, and then draw yourself back up. So then from there, we go into our half tree. So we'll put the weights down. If you're on the box, you put the dowel down. And so we would draw one leg up. So sometimes you can use a strap or a prop if you don't have as much flexibility, but you would grab on behind the back of the leg here, and then you'll bend and straighten that leg 3 times. So I'm actually gonna scoot forward really fast. So you would bend and straighten that leg 3 times as you draw it up for 3, 2, and 1. Now you walk the hands up towards the ankle, whatever distance works best for you. All right, so depending on flexibility, you would walk your hands up. And now from here, you bring chin to chest, and now you're gonna walk down the leg, but you're rounding the spine. So you're rounding onto the mat as you draw yourself down. Inhale, keep chin to chest, and then exhale, deepen into the belly. You lift, and then find that lift, proud chest, shoulders melt down. So however far you go, depends on that control. All right, so you can go all the way down as well, and then exhale, bring yourself up, and then lift. Proud chest. One more time. Inhale, rock back. Walking down the leg. And then exhale, deepen into the belly. Pull yourself back up. Now, you can do a side tree and an ITB twist as well, which you're done on the box. On the mat, I like to just do the ITB version, which is where you bring your opposite hand to grab maybe onto the outer edge of that foot. If again, flexibility allows, maybe just grabbing by the ankle there, but whatever works best, you stay lifted and then you twist towards that foot, take that hand on the same side behind you and then follow with the gaze. So you're looking back out, keeping the chest lifted here, and then you can bring that leg back into center. On the box, you can take a figure 4 stretch, so lengthen out that leg and then take a nice fold, getting a nice release, and then you would draw yourself back up, and then we would switch to the other side. So same exact thing, taking that opposite leg up, we bend and straighten 3 times, 3, 2, and 1. We hold it there, walk up towards the ankle, comfortable distance, find that proud chest, and then we bring chin to chest round as you walk down. So again, whatever distance, we'll start a little lower there. Exhale, deepen into the belly, bring yourself up. And then again for 2, inhale, walk down, maybe going a little further if that feels okay for you. Exhale, draw yourself up and lift the chest, shoulders stay rooted down. Last one, inhale, walk down. And exhale, as we pull ourselves up there, we stay lifted, opposite hand, either on the outer edge of the foot or a little closer, depending on what works best. We take that rotation as you twist away, follow the arm. You're still lifting tall here. And then we come back to center, lengthen out that bottom leg, cross it over, and then take your figure 4 stretch as we reach, sinking the chest down. And then we draw ourselves back up. And then that is it. So there are different aspects that can be added to it. Again, before we take that ITB twist, we do a side tree where you draw the leg out to the side, and you can take a rock that's normally done on the box. You can again use the dowel for all those moves that we did before we started walking down the leg. You can do those with the hands behind the head. So you can do a straight spine, a straight spine as you hinge back. You can go side to side with the arms behind the back of the head. You can take that twist with the hands back there. And of course, if you have weights or a dowel, you can use that. You can do those with a magic circle as well. And there's different variations even with the weights that I sometimes like to add in. So maybe hinge, then we come back to center, maybe adding a press. And then again for 2, hinge, come back and press. What else have I done? I've done some tricep movements like that. I've done hinge and twist, and there's different ways that you can add variety into it on the box. So again, I love how it feels once you're done, and it really helps for you to focus on control, deepening into the belly, focusing on staying upright when you need to, melting the shoulders down, reaching out of the hips, keeping them rooted down onto the box, and a lot of different things. So I wanted to just make a quick video showcasing short box series down on the mat. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments, and hopefully that's something that you're able to implement. And I will have another video for you all soon. Have a good one. Bye.